Good morning, everyone. Yesterday we saw US market performing well and move up near to their all-time high. Tech stock outperformed the rest of the market, wherein Tesla went up by over 10%, mainly driven by higher delivery volume which they had reported. Apart from that, futures of the US market are more of a flattish. Asian markets are seeing mixed trend, whereas the market which were working yesterday are marginally down, and the market which were closed yesterday are up by over 1%, like Japan and Australia, whereas the other market like Hong Kong, China, and all are down by 0.5, 0.3 to 0.5%. China reported a good PMI number and came back into green. Last month they had reported below 50 PMI number, and this month they had reported PMI of 50.9 and expectation was 50. So that is showing that China is seeing some revival after consistent decline in last few months. So some revival are coming back. And China government has also said that they will be putting up some stimulus measures to revive the economy in the new year. Apart from that, the oil is up by around $1 from yesterday same time of around 78 to now 79, whereas aluminum and copper are down by around 1.2 and 0.5%. Steel is seeing some revival. Iron ore is up by around 1%, over 1%, and steel is also seeing positive trend with more than 1.1% higher in China market. So now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Today, our market is likely to open on a flattish note, and we might see some range-bound trading session during the day. Yesterday, we have seen a very good rally, which took a Nifty above 17,600 levels on the closing basis, which gives a positive sign. Going ahead, 17,700 will act as the immediate resistance. If it's cleared at level, then definitely this pullback rally is likely to be continued towards 18,852, sorry, 17,852, 17,900 levels on the higher sides. Whereas the support is placed at on a downside, 17,500 will be the immediate support level. Below that level, we might see some profit booking, which might take a Nifty towards 17,400 to 17,350 levels. The overall view will remain positive on the Nifty as long as it sustains above 17,400 levels on the upper side at such. Coming towards the Bank Nifty, as of now, yesterday we have seen that it has just managed to give the breakout of the 200 TMA and maintain a positive closing above the same. This pullback rally is likely to be continued towards its 100-day moving average, which comes to at around nearly by 37,300 levels. But for today intraday purpose, the immediate resistance is placed at 36,900. Above that level, 37,300, 37,500 levels can be seen. Whereas on the downside, the intraday support is placed at 36,300 and 36,000 will act as a crucial support level for the Bank Nifty. Coming towards the Nifty Finance, the resistance is placed at 17,740 levels. Any move above that level, we expect a rally to be continued towards 17,820 to 17,900 levels. Whereas on lower end, 17,570 is the first support level. Below that level, 17,500 and 17,450 levels can be seen. That's it from my end. I request derivative guys to take a call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. Good morning, everyone. So as per yesterday's derivative data, we have seen major put writer positions are getting added up as we have seen a strong rally in yesterday's trading session. Almost around 250 plus point Nifty was positive in yesterday's trading session. In yesterday's trading session, we have seen major buying coming from the index specific front from banking, metal, finance sector also. So as I mentioned in last week that once a Nifty manages to give close and get stable above 17,250 level, then we might witness 17,500 level. So in yesterday's trading session, we have seen at 17,500 level also put trader position almost got added up around 50 lakh positions. So positions are getting shifted on the higher end, as we were seeing that at 17,200 to 17,400 strike. Call writer positions were having healthy positions, but in yesterday's session, that all the positions got unwinded and it got shifted on the higher end towards 17,800 to 18,000 strikes. So for current scenario, the next resistance for the market would be 17,800 level, and about that 18,000 will act as the important resistance zone. As per the supportive levels of with the OI positions, we expect 17,500 will act as an important support levels to hold your long positions with the 17,500 zone. Currently, the market scenario looks positive as from last 2 days. We are seeing that the FIs are also into positive mode. So buying is being seen from the FI also, and the PCROI yesterday closed at 1.57. That is also showing positive sign. After a long time, we are seeing that PCROI has came above 1.40 to 1.45 level. So all the data point currently indicates a positive trend, but hold your long position with the strict stop losses. As per the stock, we expect some specific stock like AU Bank, IDFC First, Torrent Power, GNFC. This counter looks positive in coming trading sessions, especially UPL count UPL. UPL is also showing a strong OI positions getting added up near ATM strikes. So UPL can also be gone for the long positions. That's it from the derivative front. Thank you.
Good morning. Among all the business updates that have come out for financials yesterday and today, the one where there is some positiveness seen clearly is M&M Finance, where quarterly disbursements came at 7,750 crores, which is up 24% year on year and 20% quarter on quarter. Collection efficiency for the month of December reached 100% against 94% in November, and last year December month was 96%. So there is month on month reduction in stage 2 and stage 3 also compared to November, and the company expects this positive trend to continue in quarter 4 and stands committed to bring the net stage 3 below 4% by year end, which they had earlier also communicated. So if this were to happen, then that will be looked at positively by the markets. Stock is also cheap currently. Maruti's management gave an interview on TV, and they have said that demand remains strong for their vehicles. However, semiconductor shortage continues to impact their sales, which is leading to higher waiting period also. Although shortage of semiconductors is improving month on month, but it is difficult to forecast by when their availability will reach normalcy. Another point they made is on the CNG sales side. So the CNG volumes are expected to be at 2.5 lakhs in this financial year, compared to 1.6 lakhs in last year, and 1.05 lakhs in FY20. So waiting period for CNG models is much longer than that of diesel and petrol models. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, Marico came out with the business update for the quarter 3. The industry as a whole has witnessed slowing consumption patterns on account of continuing inflation impacting overall disposable income, as well as rising mobility, which has unleashed some degree of pent-up demand for the discretionary goods. The Marico's overall consolidated revenue growth during the quarter is in low teens. However, the India revenue growth was in double digit, but the volume growth would be flat owing to the weaker consumption sentiment and a strong base. The company is also witnessing a rural demand sluggishness, and which mainly on account of the higher base as well. International business delivered a high teen constant currency growth, so that is something better. However, as I said, that because of the inflation has continued to remain high, the company has started witnessing some benefit or some softening of the raw material prices only towards the end of the quarter, and that is why I expect gross margins to improve sequentially, but would remain lower on YOY basis. And overall, because of the higher cost, the operating margins expected to be near the levels of the preceding quarter. So overall, we believe that this is a marginal negative development, and we don't see much upside for today's trade in Marico on the basis of this development. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. Hindustan Zinc came out with its business update for the quarter. The zinc production for quarter 3 came at 214,000 ton, which is up by 32% as compared to last quarter. Lead production came at 47,000 ton, flattish sequentially, whereas the silver production was up by 14% at 5.5 million ounces. Vedanta also came out with its business update. The alumina production came at 472,000 ton, which is 8% lower as compared to last quarter. The cast metal aluminum production came at 579,000 ton, 2% higher as compared to last quarter. The iron ore overproduction came at 1.2 million ton, both lower year on year and sequentially due to the impact of heavy rainfall in the December quarter. Whereas the pig iron production came at 202,000 ton, up by 39% year on year. The copper production was up by 33% as compared to last year at 33,000 ton, amid the easing of COVID-19 restrictions, which were there last year. This is positive for the company. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.